partnership we have and for the wonderful relationship going forward that we are building on. We want to appreciate you for what we have been able to do this past 12 months with little recognition plaque from the club. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, we are representing representing Lagos. Fantastic, because most members bought the the City magazine. It was a survivor kind of for keeps, and ever since it has been wonderful. We've served over 1,500 less privileged people, and we had our signature by serving. I mean, some we gave food to, some cooked food, some raw food, and then we help with books for literacy and other things. We help them with books so that they can open up their libraries and things like that. As the Motherless Baby Home in Lekki. And then our signature project was the Oye Williams Garden, which we opened on Awolowo Road to cater for people that on that stretch there is no place for people to relax. So that garden really provided kind of an environment for them. If you are coming from Faloma here, you can relax there. If you are coming from Upper, this other side, that's Odekon side, you can as well relax there. So it's a garden named after our charter president, Oye Williams. She's late now. That's the wife of Akintola Williams. It's a wonderful garden. We covered it as well. So the year has been very wonderful, very eye-opening, and inspiring and motivating as well. Especially when you see the less privileged, the smile you put on the lives, on the faces of these less privileged ones. When it comes to food, you know, you can not imagine how many people go to bed with 1 meal a day, and how many millions eat just anything. Hardly would they have a balanced diet. But we are privileged. We eat, we don't think much about where the next meal will come from. When you see these little children smile when they take these food packs, it cannot be quantified in monetary terms. This is the satisfaction Lions get providing service to the less privileged. And this is what we've been able to do throughout the year. And it has been wonderful, fantastic, and it has prepared us for higher and greater service. And our last project for the year took place on Friday last week at we called the place Resource Center for the Blind, Spencer Street in Alagomeji, Yaba. What we did was so inspiring. They told us they requested for musical instruments and some administrative equipment for these visually impaired students. So we provided them with musical instruments, drums, and to our amusement, I did a little bit of a research, really, the effect and impact of music to the life of the impaired as a visually impaired. And it was a wonderful thing, what I gathered through the European Union document. It was fantastic. So we delivered drum set to that institute. And one of the blind students, in fact, he was so excited. Once they set the musical drum set, he knows the positioning of the drums. He played the drum. And we were, in fact, you laugh, you don't know, it's a mixture of laughing, crying, you just imagine it. And it was raining, it rained heavily on that Friday, but it was a wonderful outing. It was a wonderful outing. So that was our last for this Lions this year. Our last, so the kids were excited, they were happy. These are the things we do. These are the things that gave us pride and keep pushing us to do well. And it is only with organizations like yours when we do and we project to youth people outside that look, you still have this. Government can be in all places. These little pockets of areas have to be filled up by those who have been privileged. You have to give back to society. So it has been a wonderful journey, and we're getting to the bus stop. So, of course, throughout the year, we've gotten, District 404A1 constitutes of 120 clubs. Throughout this year, we got 13 awards. 13 awards. And one of the awards that stayed with us throughout from the beginning to the end of the year is the Publicity Award. Because we publicize everything we do. And of course, we know the contribution of your outfit. So it has been a wonderful year. It has been a wonderful year. And we look forward to doing more to the less privileged. It is not when you have much. Even in the little that you have, the capacity and the ability to share that little with someone gives you the kind of joy that cannot be quantified. Sometimes we think it's in monetary terms, but in most cases, not monetary terms. Even by way of advice, you talk to someone, you just need someone to talk to, someone to a shoulder to lean on, which is what most of us don't know. We assume most of the time that it's money, it's this. No. Sometimes it's just a little bit of an advice that will open a whole lot of window, horizon to this individual. So it has been a wonderful year. We thank God for everything, and we appreciate the partnership we have with you because we've been able to project most of our service to the outside world, and we've won that award. We kept it in the club from July last year, the first cabinet meeting, right up to this moment. So thank you so much for that partnership. Yes.
I'm wondering how does the club go about getting the next president? Is it through elections or is it automatic? Somebody steps in and how?
Yes. We normally it's election. Okay. So you have the president, you elect your president, you elect your first vice president, you elect your second vice president, so that there is a succession plan. Okay. But in every cycle, that's every year, once the president is moving out, the first vice president is supposed to automatically become the president, right? Which is okay, but it will still have to be voted for. At least people will still have to repeat that vote just for confirmation purposes. So you that's the procedure. So once it takes that place, you now have the second vice move to the first vice. Now you now have to elect a fresh person to take over as second vice and then third vice.
That has been done.
That has been done. Yes,
okay.
That has been done. So it's just that the incoming president is a bit busy somewhere.
Okay.
Otherwise, he will have been here because I want this relationship to continue with you, with your organization.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, he's busy somewhere, but he will find time to come and see you.
Okay. Thank you.
What will be your schedule for duty as a marketing director of the district?
My schedule of duty, we're starting
what
on.
will you be marketing?
Well, okay. What will I be marketing? We have a lot to market because we do a lot of activities. Like we have 5 focus areas, which are pediatric cancer, diabetes, environment, vision, and what's the 5th one? Feeding the hungry. Those are the 5. So we do activities at the club level and also at the district level. And there are so many other activities we do at the district level. We do the peace poster competition, which is a competition for the visually impaired. It's an international competition. So at our district level, we organize it too. So we need publicity when we do it. And even the diabetes, as they do it at the club level, we also do it at the district level. We do the Elenkela activity, that is in June, division. We also do a lot of activity. We do cabinet meeting. Our cabinet meeting, we do it 4 times in a year. So the first one we're going to do is during the present district governor's presentation in August. So it's a 3-day program. We do trainings, we do seminar, so we do the banquet dinner. So the first cabinet meeting will be done in August. The second cabinet we take it outside Lagos. The present district governor, the outgoing district governor is from Warri. So we've been having activity, but now the the post is back to Lagos. So the present district governor really places emphasis on publicity. He really loves publicity, and that's why I'm organizing the press conference for him to roll out his plans and programs for the year, so that the press will be able to know what he intends to do throughout his year, his tenure, and also his signature projects and other activities. So that's basically my schedule. So I work along with the plans of the district governor, what he's going to present on July 1st, and that will guide me to know how to schedule my own program as the marketing and communication, also the special advisor on media and publicity.
When we talk of signature project, like the outgoing district governor, he commissioned a signature project, which is Eye Center in Warri. Fantastic project. Usually, most of these projects are funded by Lions Clubs International Fund, which is the arm that fund global to do intervention globally on issues that affect those communities. So the incoming district governor will roll out, like she said, his plans and eventually state clearly what his signature project will be, so that it is that signature project. That signature project must impact fully on the lives of the less privileged, wherever he decides to place that. Like the one before, we had, if you go to Lut, you have Lion Olushola Dada Dialysis Center and something institute, which was also funded by Lions, as well as Lions Clubs International. And that institute is the biggest in the whole of West Africa. The biggest in the whole of West Africa. And we've done that and handed it over to Unilag, because they needed it to use it as a training institute for medical students to begin to do this renal research and whatever there. So, like she said, this district governor, the incoming, will have the privilege and opportunity to face the press and tell them what his plans are going forward. And it's good. Once the press are aware, at least they should be able to follow on those things. So you just don't hear it and go to sleep. You want, at the end of the day, call the person to account. And then,
what will you be remembered for, sir? Then, is there another position that desired than two presidents?
yes.
And are you judging for that too?
Let me start from the other side. Currently, the incoming district governor considered me fit to head Lions Alert. Lions Alert is a program. You draft a program for quick intervention when there is a disaster. What to Lions? What are the steps you expect to take? So these are he put me there. So I'm looking at, for Region 1. So I'm looking at, do we even have a standard template? So for now, I have not seen a template. So I'm thinking of developing a template in conjunction with the Red Cross. So if there is a disaster, Lions need to know what are the steps to take in order to provide the necessary intervention required. So they have given me that assignment. I'll be working on that. Of course, there are higher positions. You have the zone chairperson, you have the district regional chairperson, and then you have other high-level appointments within the cabinet of the district government. What I'll be remembered for. Okay. Yeah, automatically, after serving as the president, you move to an office called the LCI, Lions Club International Foundation. This is the financing arm for Lions Club International. They raise necessary funds for interventions where there is disaster. So I'm moving from the office of the president to that office. Now that office will require that I raise funds for global intervention. Usually it's $1,000 minimum, because if I'm able to raise a $1,000 for each person, that person will be given a special pin from the international headquarters, which is called the Melvin Jones Fellow Pin. So that's the office I'll be occupying. I don't know, maybe I'll be coming to Dr. Sheye later. Because of course, individuals who are not Lions are also encouraged, who are philanthropists, to donate into that fund for global, because most of the things I was mentioning earlier come from that particular fund. Yes. So what I'll be remembered for, I don't know. I think they'll just remember me for the president that really put in his very best. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the